Welcome back, family. Welcome to the Reiki Healing Hope community, a place to heal, relax, be yourself, and to be surrounded by those who love to see you blossom. I am Jessica, a Reiki master and intuitive, and today we have a special pick a card reading for manifesting money. So go ahead and choose the stones that most resonate with you. The current stones that we have are pyrite, goldstone, and emerald. So I'm going to give you a second to choose that stone. So if you're new to the community, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. But most importantly, to comment, because I love to hear what you're up to. I only ask that if you do comment, you comment for the highest vibrational good only, to keep this a safe space we all love coming back to. Let's clear out any confusion. We're promoting a definitive understanding what it is you want when it comes to money right now. Okay, let's go ahead and get started, y'all. Money march. Money. Hey. So let's go with the first deck. So if you chose the first deck, you chose pyrite. So pyrite is a stone that's traditional meaning is for money, so manifesting money. It really looks like a nugget of gold. If you've ever seen a nugget of gold, just the color is a little bit more silver, bronze, grayish, but it definitely has the same feeling of a nugget of gold. So we're going to set that to the side and let's see what's going on. Now remember, I don't know what are under these cards, so it's all new to both of us. So let's do our first card. And this is the Sacred Geometry deck. Okay. Let's see, I'm going to let you see what the first card is. Ooh, passion. Okay. So we're talking about manifesting money into your life, and then passion comes up. Okay, let's pull our other two cards. What's that say? Communication. Ooh, y'all, this is getting good. And what's our last card? What does this say? Change. Ooh. So the immediate thing that comes up for me in this moment is that passion. When we talk about on the channel, birthing our passions, birthing our creativity, it's saying that if you want to bring that money into your life, start thinking about maybe outside of the box. So maybe not the traditional sense of getting money in which you're going and you're getting a part-time job or something like that. Think about your actual passions, and communication is key. When you're manifesting what you want using your passions, you have to communicate to others very clearly what it is that you want, what your intentions are, and all of those things. So you can have a passion all day and you can be good at that passion, but a lack of communication or issues with communication can completely stall anything you want. Because what are we? We use our voice, we use our words, we use our writing in order to communicate with each other. So if that's missing, you cannot bring that passion into fruition and then change. So this is representing that you're going to have to do this a different way. Okay, let me tell you something. The way that you've been doing things worked for the person that you used to be, meaning your life now is a representation of choices that you made when, you were younger, or 5 years ago, or 10 years ago, and things like that. So in order to manifest something different, to bring in all that abundance and all that financial security and support, you have to make some changes. So don't be hesitant to start to change your personality. Who you are doesn't have to change, but the way that you go about things have to change. So let's go ahead and read the mantras that the cards have. So for passion, it says, The frequency of passion reminds us that beneath every intense emotion lies the hidden gem of insight, balance, and calm. It assists us in finding the balance within this intensity, moving us from chaos to calm of its core, where we can let its long-lasting wisdom fill us up. So it's basically saying if you get pissed off, don't feel like something that's irritating you, something that's making you sad, that is its whole intention, to just bring you down. As I've said before, the challenges that we go through in our life can be that challenges, or they can be traumas. When you fall underneath the challenge and you kind of give up, or you just feel like you don't believe in yourself anymore, that challenge becomes a trauma. But if you take the challenge on and say, look, I know I'm not equipped, or you might be equipped for it. So give yourself, more wiggle room there. But if you're not equipped, I'm not equipped, but I'm going to get to the other side. I don't care. I'm going to get to the other side. I think this is really important when it comes to dealing with other people, meaning if you have difficult conversations with people, or you feel like you're in an uncomfortable situation where you're like, I don't want to talk about this, or I don't want to X, Y, and Z. This card is basically saying you got to look at the big picture. Sometimes these moments are actually teachable moments in which you and the other person can find your way, whether it's you're growing together or you're growing apart. But whatever it is, there's a nugget of wisdom in these negative experiences. A lot of times are what gives us the most momentum, because when you're upset at something, or you're upset about something, that's the moment where you're like, okay, I'm not gonna even waste time anymore. I'm about to go do X, Y, and Z. So just being able to recognize that momentum and use it for your greatest good as you're going along this path. Also, if you choose not to take an individual passion and be kind of like entrepreneurial about it, say you want to be intrapreneurial and you're working at a certain place, or you're working for a certain business, or you're working in a certain area, go ahead and utilize all the resources and all the experiences you're having to manifest more money into your life. That means you might have coworkers that it just doesn't work well, or you might have a boss that doesn't work well, or maybe the company has a little bit of issues going back and forth. So really utilizing these experiences to rocket launch you forward, because the only difference between you and someone else going to get to the end of the goal, or going to the finish line, is whoever kind of lasts in the marathon. So that means all of these negative experiences, a lot of people feel like, oh, I don't feel like taking this on. I don't want to do this anymore. And then they give up, or they stop, or they take some time. If you can continue to find a way and find a path through all of these things, you're going to be good. You're going to get farther ahead than your contemporaries, but most importantly, you're going to get farther ahead than where you were before. And that's really going to make you shine bright. And why I was comparing you to other people is not because you should compare yourself to other people, but more of like, if you want to be the person that someone thinks at first, that's how you make yourself stand out. So that was the reading here. I would say develop that youthful energy. Don't be afraid to change. Don't be afraid to embrace a new way of doing things. But let's go to the next deck. If you chose this next deck, you chose the Goldstone deck. Now, Goldstone is one of my favorite just visual stones, because it like literally is shimmering with this golden feel to it. When I first came across it, I thought it was a stone for manifesting money, but it's actually a stone for emotional balance. And how this stone is created, because this stone doesn't occur in nature by itself, is that clear quartz and flakes of copper are mixed together in order to create this stone. So when I first purchased a Goldstone stone, the crystal distributor was explaining that to someone else, and then their face just dropped, where it was they were so excited of this really beautiful stone, and then they were like, oh, it's manufactured. I don't think I want that anymore. And to that, I would say there are some stones that they're trying to fake an emerald, or they're trying to fake a certain other kind of stone, where I would say yes, that the properties and their intention probably aren't going to align. But this is still materials of the earth, and this is combining things in order to have a new experience. For example, if you go and you get a crystal wand that has copper on it and has clear quartz, what is the difference between using that and using this? And I think it's just a mental shift. Some people feel like they only want a certain kind of, oh, it has to be this way, or it shakes them up. Be flexible. I'm gonna say that the intention of this card deck is to be flexible in how you do things, because it's about how, or it's about the end goal, let alone, or rather than it having to happen a perfect way. So letting go of that perfectionism. But I digress. So first card here we're pulling is Soul Time. Ooh, this is about to be deep. Okay, the next one is Belief. Ooh, it definitely is about to be deep. Let you see that in our last card is Heart Chakra. So I had mentioned when explaining the gold stone that this is used for emotional healing. So that's probably why that card came up there. So what I'm seeing here when it comes to manifesting money, remember, when we think of money, though all money in the world is not green, sometimes you think of money as green. I know here in the States, we definitely look at money as, green, or look at luck as green, like pulling that in. Green is the pulling in of like money, blue is like gratitude, things like that. So what it's saying here for you wanting to manifest money in your life, you have to do some soul work, belief, and heart. There's a disconnect with your heart, with your emotions, with your feelings of probably feeling, do you deserve this money? Do you deserve to bring what you want in your life? And it's probably not just a money thing. It's probably a lot of things going on as well too. And so it's saying that your beliefs are causing a disconnect with your heart, your feelings, your things like that. And it's soul work. So this was the first card we pulled up because it's indicating that the work that needs to be done here in order to manifest money in your life is soul work. You have to go deep within your soul through your meditation practice, through your healing practice, through whatever, modalities you want to do. And you have to write that. You have to correct that. Honestly, it's just a decision. It's just making a decision like, okay, I am allowing this into my life. I'm open and free. But you can say that and not mean it, not believe it, this belief card. And because of that, there's kind of a disconnect here. So I feel like the quickest way to do it is to go and use affirmations or mantras. Listen to them for money. Listen to them constantly. Repeat them. Get yourself in a frequency of abundance. Now, this is not all a negative thing. It's saying that the key to manifesting money is what you believe in your heart, in your soul, going down that path. So going down more of a metaphysical path. So it can also mean in kind of a less grim kind of way that you are someone who is a healer, or you are someone who is really connected with the wisdom of life, with the metaphysical wisdom, modalities, whatever it is. But you can see, you're gifted in that you can see life not just from the mental or the emotional or the physical, but you're seeing things from the soul level. And so in order to manifest money, you need to go about it through the soul level. So using soul level techniques, that can be scripting, money bath, meditation, chanting, all of the things we do on this channel, all of the things that you're seeing people typically do, law of attraction, things like that. That's where your money's going to come from. So you're going to get a certain amount of progress by going through it the traditional route, but universe is saying you can unlock so much more if you go about it through the soul level, if you work with the energy around you in order to manifest what you're looking for. So this was our reading for our cards, our second cards. Let's read what our cards say for soul time. Soul time says the frequency of soul time asks us to allow possibility of a new reality to emerge, one that embraces the concept that while the body is mortal, the soul is timeless, limitless, and infinite. Hello, working with that energy. Okay. Belief says the frequency of belief supports our sense of self-worth based on our gifts and talents and a strong connection to source. So we already mentioned that what you believe can be a disconnect of, or it can be a connect to what you have. You ever meet somebody who they believe so strongly in themselves, and for some reason, like, they're okay at what they're doing, but they just keep on manifesting and bringing forth new opportunities, and they're like, I believe in that, I claim that, I own that. And then you turn around and you look 5 years later, they're so much farther than one would have anticipated, because they allowed themselves to believe, they allowed themselves to connect with this energy. And then the heart chakra says the frequency of the heart chakra, the green flower of life, supports our capacity to love deeply and unconditionally. Its healing properties harmonize the mind and the body. So getting those things in alignment. So you got this. Do that soul work, y'all, and bring that money in. So for Money March, I have using a bay leaf to manifest money, using the 369 method to manifest money, using the 555 method to manifest money. These are all things you can use in order to manifest money. It's going to be your best route to get there. So let's go on to the next one. Now this is our final deck. So if you chose this deck, you chose the Emerald deck. Now emerald is a powerful healing stone. This is what emerald naturally looks like. Emerald also represents a shape that they cut gems, jewels, and diamonds into for jewelry. And so the emerald cut is that cut that's kind of like a lot of squares. It looks like prisms. But this is the actual stone, the emerald stone. It comes in a little kind of greenish, grayish, a little bit of white in there stone. Beautiful healing stone for the heart. But let's go ahead and see what it comes up for us in this practice. So our first card is, let's see. Oh, integration. Ooh, that's interesting. And look at how vibrant this yellow and this gold is, and this orange. What's our next card? Y'all, this is getting real interesting. Okay, this is prosperity. Hello, money. Hello, money. Is that not what we're talking about right now? Money. And then the last thing is universal love. Okay, so right off the bat, the card that's sticking out to me the most is the integration. Let me see what this card is saying. It says the frequency of integration supports our embrace of every aspect of ourselves, allowing what we perceive as positive and what we perceive as negative to harmonize in a balanced symphony of life. Okay, now it all makes sense. This card right here is saying, make peace with yourself. Be a free spirit. Be the person that you want to be, and that's how you're going to manifest the money into your life. You have to make peace with it. You might be a little bit different. You might have different conditions, different life circumstances that you have traditionally felt bad about. But this is saying accept it, accept you as you are, and even with those things, know that you are worthy, know that you have this unconditional love, know that you have this prosperity coming your way. It's those people that are not the conventional beauty, or they're not, the conventional success story that inspire people much more than those people who are the conventional beauty or are the conventional success story. Because who you are then becomes like a testament to other people seeing what they can do as well. They appreciate that in your courage, you stepped out anyway and you put yourself forward anyway. So this is saying just accept yourself. And this universal love is saying accept all the conditions around you as well. Accept everything to be. Accept, it's coming from a level of like the understanding of soul contracts. It is believed that when your soul goes into your body, before it does, it knows, if I go into this body, this circumstance, this environment, these people, this time in history, these are some of the things I'm going to face. And I'm choosing to go into this body because I want to heal. For my highest vibrational good, I'm going to go through these experiences, give my soul an opportunity in the physical body to get past them. And being able to do that will create a beautiful healing experience for my soul during that life, or once I leave that life. And so the universal love is saying there were no mistakes. Nothing that has ever happened to you in life was a mistake. There are things that are challenges, there are things that are traumas, but it's really that everything leading up to this moment has made you the exact person that you need to be in order to go forward and manifest money, but really to serve as a message in life, in universe, in source, to help other people, which will then be an exchange of energy, which happens to be money. Now, I say this all the time, that a person has to come to this conclusion on their own. I cannot tell somebody that what you've experienced in life, everything was supposed to be the way that it was supposed to be, because there are some really messed up things that happen in life. So this is something that an individual has to come to an understanding in their own time and their own terms, to understand that everything, no matter what happened, was for your highest good, your greatest good, so that you can go past those moments, teach other people how to get out of those low moments, or to be a protector or a defender in situations where you have been victimized, and shining a light into it, or just to understand your discipline and your resilience and how to get to the other side, using all of those experience to like catapult you forward in your life. So this is a representation that you need to, or you are coming to peace to gain this prosperity. Once you have that alignment and that peace in your life, that money is going to come in your life, that abundance is going to come in your life. But it's really just making that decision of having that peace. And that can mean soul work, that can mean just making a decision to do so, but understanding that your life was perfectly crafted the way it is. And once you just make peace with that and you give yourself permission to receive that prosperity, you're gonna take off. Okay, so that's the card. So let's go ahead and clear you out. So family, you did a fantastic job today. I'm just gonna simply seal you with the sign of the infinity. Now this is a pick a card reading for money March, and taking all this energy in, knowing that you are kind of the captain of your ship. You are the one who makes the decisions, the final decision of how you go about life. No matter where you're at, you can significantly change the trajectory of your future if you want to, if you put in that work. And it doesn't require having permission from other people. All it requires is you just being open to going down that path with yourself. So if no one has said it to you, I'm going to go ahead and say it to you. I love you. You better say it to yourself. And until next time, take care of yourself. If you want to keep watching, click on the box.